Hi, it's Paul Ryan. Last couple of weeks we've been talking about record labels, from their salad days and then on to when they start to fragment and break apart a little bit due to online downloading. I'd like to go into that second point a little bit more today and talk about Napster. When Napster arrived on the scene in 1999, it represented a seismic shift within the music industry. It operated between June 1999 and July 2001, not a very long period of time at all. The USA recorded music industry revenue in today's dollars was $26.8 billion in 1999, just before Napster and the streaming world began. And now, 27 years later, projected revenue is at $18.3 billion, so still an $8.5 billion shortfall, and that's from almost 3 decades ago. Napster was created as an independent peer-to-peer file sharing service, MP3s, by 2 teenagers, Sean Parker and Sean Fanning. The service became operational in 1999, and a year later, it had 20 million users. Up until that time, music was something you saved your money up for. You went to the local music store and bought an album, a long play album. And then suddenly songs were accessible from home. Voila! Free music. And you didn't even have to leave your house. No revenue for the artist, no revenue for the label, none for the agent or anyone creating the product. The technology enabled people to easily share their files with others. And although the original service was shut down by court order, Napster survived after the company's assets were liquidated and purchased by other companies. This shift between music being free and music once again being paid for involves a couple of events along the way. 1, the demise of Napster, and 2, the entry of new streaming services, this time requiring payment to stream music from their artists. A third shift, of course, was the willingness of people to pay for their music again. Talk a bit about the demise of Napster in 2000. Heavy metal band Metallica discovered a demo of their song I Disappear had been circulating across the network before it was released, and it was being played on several radio stations across the United States, and that alerted the band to the fact that their whole back catalog of studio material was all available online. On April the 13th in 2000, they filed a lawsuit against Napster, and a month later, rapper and producer Dr. Dre filed a similar lawsuit after Napster refused a written request to remove his works from its service. Metallica and Dr. Dre later delivered to Napster thousands of users' names of people who they believed were pirating their songs. And by spring 2001, a group of record labels also sued Napster for copyright infringement. By 2001, Rhapsody became the first service to offer subscription based on streaming, and this was followed by Apple's iTunes when they joined the music streaming industry. The iTunes entry was interesting because they didn't technically give away MP3 files. What they did was they offered subscribers a free trial period. This means that the actual bridge between Napster's totally free or tile-it MP3s and today is probably that original iTunes model, which was pay but with a free trial period.
That was an interesting look at the world of music, right? Okay, now it's time for one of Paul's songs. Paul, over to you.
Today's featured song is called Second Time. I wrote the song about making up. The hero or protagonist in the song is one happy guy since he's getting back together with his love after a break. He's on cloud 9 as he drives back to see her.
The early morning fog was lifting, driving on a switchback road. An old song played to my tapping finger, playing on the radio. We had a fight, words were spoken, the magic left without a trace. But now I know just where I'm going. Can't wipe this grin off of my face. Like a circle closing, like a fire that keeps you warm, like a voice inside gently calling the second time, better than before. Passing farms and picket fences, thought about a gambler's creed. Behind bad luck, if you take your chances, what comes next is twice as sweet. Sunday coffee trading glances, I'm twice the man I used to be. I do believe in second chances, one for her and one for me. Like a circle closing, like a fire that keeps you warm, like a voice inside gently calling the second time, better than before.
And next up on Sound Threads is This Week in the Musical Life of Freddie Spaghetti.
In last week's installment, Freddie Spaghetti found 32 messages on his cell phone. At first he thought it might be spam or maybe a buddy playing a joke on him. But when he saw the name of a music executive among the callers, he thought something might be going on with the music. So when Freddie returns home that night, he's determined to find out what had happened to generate the 32 messages. He sits down on the couch, goes back to the phone, and heads straight to the YouTube channel. Turns out the video of his song Talking Man had hit almost 5,000 views. 5,000! He checks all his stats and finds out that a group of songwriters had linked his Talking Man video to their 2,000 members. That started to snowball when some of those members, in turn, passed it around to other groups. Members in the other groups did the same, and by the end of the day, that video had been watched by the incredible number posted on Freddie's YouTube website. He opens each message and replies back to each sender. The original 32 messages had grown to 47, and they had kept coming in all evening long. One was from a local musician who wanted Freddie to write him a song. Another is from a Facebook group of girls called the New York Songwriter Fan Babes. By the time the evening was all done, he'd returned every single message except for one, the one from Delta Records. He isn't sure exactly what to say or what they might want, so as he heads off to bed, he promises himself the next day he's going to make contact with this Rob Del Roy person.
On behalf of Paul and Ryan Tunes, thank you for listening to this week's Sound Threads. Please check us out next week for another round of Sound Threads.